Hey guys, JBruce here. Hope y'all are having a great day today whenever y'all watch this. This video has no script. There's no production or anything really behind this video. I just wanted to, other than like the plants and the cool light thingy. Anyway, I just want to talk about my Spotify Wrapped this year. This is something I wanted to do the past couple of years, but I've never done it. So I thought I'd do a little like screen recording of my Spotify Wrapped, kind of go through it with y'all and like just talk about it, because I did like a little Instagram story recap, but like there's not a lot of stuff. There's not as much stuff that I want to talk about in text form. I want to talk about it in video form. So yeah, and also this lighting, it's probably not the best and all this stuff, but I want to get this out there before the weekend. So yeah, all right, so let's start recording and we'll go through my Spotify Wrapped and we'll just talk about it. So let's do it. So as you can see, as you can see, we're recording now. So you'll see this in probably right here on this side of the screen. But we're gonna go through my Wrapped. So let's do it now. No, if I can tap on it. Wrapped, my 2023 Wrapped. And then my sound should be off, and it is. Okay, cool. So we're just gonna go through this together. We're just gonna look through it and talk about it. Hello, Spotify. Yes, I am ready to do this. I did this before and I really liked it. Okay, first thing I'll say, I really like the design this year. So like the flowers and also the like waviness and the font and everything. I really like the design this year. My style is very like wacky, artistic, that type of thing. So like you know my style, like glitchy, electronic, wacky. And so I really liked how they leaned into that this year. I know in previous years their design has gotten panned, like in 2020 I think it was, or one of the previous years I know people were hating their design. I think it was 2020 or 2021, I can't remember. But like I feel like this year people are probably gonna hate this design, but I love it. So I just want to say so far that the design of this is really good. I mean the elements, the flowers, the waviness, like it's something I wish I could make. So, well, I can make, but anyway, so I really like it. So yeah, that's the first thing I'll say. 2023 was a feast for my ears. I listened to 104 genres. It's about to show me a sandwich of all I listened to. Again, love the design. This is super sick. I am a burger bun because I love burgers. So I listened to, let's pause this. So I listened to Future Bass, number 1, EDM. Number 2, Christian hip hop. Really got back into Christian rap this year. I really listened to a lot of Christian rap like 2017, 18, 2019, even 2020. Then like 2021, 2022, I kind of got out of it. Like I still followed the artists that I was listening to at the time, but like I wasn't into it as much. But this year I really got back into like Ty Brazzle. John Keith had a really good album, and Eremos, probably my favorite Christian rap album of the year. I mean, Holvey put out great stuff, really got into Holvey again. I mean, like, I really was listening a lot of Andy Mineo, like lots of good Christian rap artists put out stuff this year, or like I enjoyed listening to them. So number 3, EDM, of course, you know, I always listen to it. Number 4, dubstep, really got back into dubstep this year. Love listening to Ace Aura, you'll see that later. I loved Infect, a bunch of other EDM artists that make dubstep, really like dubstep this year. And then rap, I mean, Tyler, the Creator, Drake, all that stuff. Really was listening to that too. So anyway, all right, let's keep on going. So I played 5,580 songs in 2023. There was one that really connected to me. I already kind of guessed what it was. So my number 1 song, we'll pause here. My number 1 song I listened to this year was Lightsabers by Logic and C. Castro. I really enjoyed it in February when I first started listening to it. It's one of my favorite Logic songs of all time. It's in my top Logic playlist, but I kind of got out of it as the year progressed, and I really started enjoying the Shut the Door Salute remix, which you'll see in a second. But this song, it was a great Logic song. Logic, well, I'll talk about Logic in a little bit. Anyway, number 1 song, Lightsabers. There's so much stuff I want to talk about. So this is now going to be my top 5. I have room in my heart for more than one favorite. I guess I am a romantic. I'm getting married in 2 weeks, so yes. Okay, so this is my top 5, great top 5. This is probably my favorite top 5 I've had in a while. maybe ever. So number 1, Lightsabers, great song. Number 2, Shut the Door, Salute remix. Love that remix. I think it's my favorite Salute remix of all time. It's so good. Number 3, Porter Robinson, Look at the Sky. It's kind of funny, over the past 3 years, so 2021, 2022, and this year, Look at the Sky has always been in my top 3. 2021, it was my most listened to song of all time. Last year, it was my second most listened to song of all time. And this year, it's my third most listened to song of all time. So next year, it's going to be number 4. Just, that's how it's going to be. Number 4 is Vibrance by Ace Aura and Beast Boy. It's super great dubstep song. I think my favorite Ace Aura song of all time. The first drop is insane. Number 5 is Heaven to Me by Tyler, the Creator. Great track by Tyler. I think my favorite track from him of all time, from the estate sale. Just great song. Great song. I love my top 5 this year. And now we continue. So then it shows me the playlist. We're gonna skip by this. We'll look at the playlist later. So time is a construct, we keep track anyway. We listen to 63,400 minutes, 44 days nonstop. June 6th, I listened to 613 minutes. I'm in the top 3% of listeners worldwide. I'll take that. 3,383 artists. So I want to talk about this because I was talking to my fiance and she's like, how'd you listen to so many artists? And I'm like, well, Discover Weekly. I used to listen to SoundCloud a lot, and I would always find new artists all the time. That's how I really got into EDM. And Spotify, there's not as much of a way. You can't see what other people are reposting and stuff, so it's kind of hard to find new music, but Discover Weekly really helps with that. I really got into Discover Weekly this year, I think especially. So that's how I listen to a lot of artists. So now it's time about my number 1 artist, which is Logic. Logic's been top 5 for the past, gosh, I can't even remember, maybe since 2018, 2019, probably 2019, he's been top 5 every year. Last year he was number 1, this year he was number 1. 2021 he was top 5. I want to say he was 2 or he was 5. No, I think he was 2 in 2021. 2020, I think he was number 1, I can't remember. But he's always top 5 for me, which is crazy, so. But love Logic. I wish I could have seen him in concert this year, but I didn't. So Logic, number 1 artist is Logic. Love Logic. So Logic, College Park I liked this year. It wasn't my favorite Logic album. I'm a No Pressure guy all the way, but it was a good album. Loved Lightsabers, Gaithersburg Freestyle, Clone Wars 3. Love those. Those are probably my favorite 3. But Logic, I really got into Logic listening to older stuff this year. So going back to listening to Under Pressure, going back to listening to No Pressure, Incredible True Story, just all the older stuff I really liked. And I listened to Logic a lot throughout, as you can see. Yeah, my favorite project by him this year, though, was actually his free mixtape he came out with, Inglorious Bastard. Really good free mixtape. That's my favorite project he's come out with this year. And I hope to see more of that style of him in the future. Some of the singles he put out this year I didn't like as much, but overall, I've enjoyed what Logic's been putting out. All right, number 1 artist, Logic. Number 2 artist, Skrillex. I'll just skip to the next one. Skrillex came out with the best EDM album this year. Grammy nominated too. Quest for Fire is, I hope it wins. Skrillex, I've always kept up with Skrillex since I started listening to EDM, but his album Quest for Fire this year, really enjoyed it. So as you can see, I listened to it a lot in February, so when it came out. So Skrillex, number 2, well-deserving. Number 3, Porter Robinson, love Porter, can't get rid of Porter. As you can see, I listened to Porter a lot more earlier in the early half of the year, especially in January, February. Kind of got out of nurture as the year progressed, but I still love Porter. And yeah, so Porter is my favorite music artist. Will always have a special place in my heart in terms of music. So yeah, I hope to see something more from him soon. Number 4, Ty Brazzle really got back into Christian hip hop this year. As you can see, starting in June, in January, I listened to him a little bit because of his album that came out. I think Transcendent came out in November, but I didn't listen to him a whole lot. And then in June, I really got back into him and Christian rap in general. And as you can see, it blew up, and I started listening to Ty Brazzle a lot. Number 4, G Jones. Love G Jones. Loved Illusory Tracks last year. I listened to it a lot in November. As you can see, I listened to the Illusory tracks a lot in January, February. They came out with his new album in, I think it was September, October of this year, so I listened to him a lot then. So it's just G Jones all around. He came out with Spell Shock, the edit this year. He's doing great stuff. G Jones is doing great stuff. So again, these are my top 5 artists: Logic, Skrillex, Porter Robinson, Ty Brasel, G Jones. Great top 5. And then I think this is Logic saying something, maybe. It's Logic wishing me thanks for being a good fan. Anyway, we'll skip by this. What is this? I forget what this is. Oh, I think this is like telling me like what I am, anti-hero Taylor Swift reference. I did like Taylor Swift this year. My fiance loves Taylor Swift. And so she put me onto some of her stuff. And there's some good songs out there. New Romantics, Can't Get, what is it? This is Why We Can't Have Nice Things. So I want to give Taylor some props. I saw her in concert this year, so with my fiance, so I can't complain about that. I'm a time traveler, listening to songs on repeat over and over and over. I mean, on repeat is like my most listened to playlist on Spotify, so it makes sense. So, yep, that was fun. What is this? Same time next year, yeah. And then it shows me the things. Okay, so now I want to go through. Sure. Last thing I'll go through with y'all is my top 2 songs 2023. We're just gonna walk through this real quick as I've been going for 12 minutes. So anyway, so you saw my top 5. This is my top 5. So Lightsabers, Shut the Door, Look at the Sky, Vibrance, Heaven and Me. I wanna go through a couple highlights of things that I see, talk about a couple tracks. So next my top 5 is Xena by Skrillex, Musician by Porter, love Musician, great anthem for me. Cherry by Snail's House, love Snail's House, and Cherry was one of my favorite tracks of him of all time. Came out in December. Derek Minor came out with a new album. I really enjoyed that album this year, Round of Applause, Butterflies. Then we have, more Logic, Celebration. Really loved Empires by Rogue, great track. Echoes by, I don't know how to pronounce this artist, Yummy, I don't know, but a great rhythm track. Found it on TikTok, actually. Great track, loved it. Find It Anthem, great Gaither's Rick freestyle. There you see Ty Brasel, Mad to the Max. Spell Shock edit with G Jones and EPROM, great track. Some more Skrillex. Skrillex is all over here. Eremos by John Keith, 2 a.m., great track. Skrillex had to come out with Porter on the track, loved it. Liquid's great. No More Lies, Thundercat, Tame Impala. Dogtooth, love some James Ivy. Really loved listening to Everything's Perfect, James Ivy, and then also I think some George Clanton, which we'll see below. Icarus, Wharf Talk, more Logic. Android 52, great. I would say Japanese EDM artist. Japanese, I don't know how to describe him. Came out with his first good track in like 5 years, which is great. Love listening to Salute this year, as you can see. Maddie came out with his best track since Good Faith. Gonna Be Good, great track. You Get What You Give, one of my favorite, most listened to songs of 2021, got back into it this year. The Dominate, where is this, the George Clanton thing on here? I'm looking for, yeah, okay, it's down there, okay. Anyway, Dominate had some great remixes this year. 2 of them are on here. Love listening to Under Pressure. I really got into this song towards the end of the year. KX5, Eat Sleep. Great track. They've Grammy nominated too. Laserbuck, love some Laserbuck. Oshi, Sober Rob. Crack Is That, What You're Feeling, great song. No Longer Bound, Forrest Frank Holvey, one of the best Christian tracks of the year. This is a great remix by George Clanton. Really got into George Clanton, Ooh Rap Aya. Tripley had a good album, good song with Holvey. As you can see, Skrillex Quest for Fire is just all through this whole dang thing. And this is actually one of my favorite tracks right here, Hydrate. Echo Chamber, love me some Infect. Disclosure had an okay album this year. I liked Higher Than Ever Before from Alchemy. It's not a bad album. I listened to it. It came out the weekend I was in New York earlier this summer. It's not a bad album. It's not an amazing album. It's Grammy nominated, but it's okay. Speedrun, Ace Aura, good track. Chemical Brothers also came out with For That Beautiful Feeling, also Grammy nominated. Feels Like I'm Dreaming, I like it. There's the Yummy remix of Dominate. Going Experiences by G Jones from his album Pass, great track. Jakey Romcom, my favorite album of last year, though I didn't listen to it at all this year because I wasn't in a sad boy mood, but Survival Horror is a great track. One of the best Flume songs of all time, Shooting Stars. I hope he releases more stuff like this. My number one most listened to song of last year, I Just Love It, Luxury Remix, great remix. What we got here? More James Ivy, Everything's Perfect. Swedish House Mafia, Heaven Takes You Home, great track. Got It Made Away, What Up RG. And then Dion Douglas, Alter, ends there. So honestly, I really liked my top songs this year. I really enjoyed my Spotify Wrapped. And I'm really happy for how it all turned out. In retrospect, that's my Spotify Wrapped. I hope you enjoyed looking at it with me. Thank you for watching through this whole video, looking at the music I listened to. I wish we could listen to it, but YouTube copyright laws anyway. So, but I hope you're having a great day. Hope you have a great rest of this day. Enjoy your Christmas season. Enjoy your life that God's given you. And yeah, thank you for looking at my music with me. Usually I don't do this because sometimes I used to be more closed off with my music, but I try to be more open about it now because who cares? So, but yeah, so anyway, thank you for watching this video. Thank you for supporting the YouTube channel. More content from me in my life and the stuff I'm going through and all that in the future. And yeah, I don't know how to do these outros, but I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you for watching this video. And yeah, bye y'all. Peace.